most times we ignore the most important things and go for things that are not important. You're starting up a new relationship, right? The thing is that when we go into relationship, we don't even know if these people we are dating are the people we are going to end up with, or if they are people that we are not going to end up with. But then we tend to leave this thing that is quite important and go for things that are not important. I know of someone who had dated this person for like 4 years and they didn't know their blood group or their genotype. And when it got to the time that she was like, they wanted to get married, he was like, okay, let's go run a test. They already started making preparation. Let's go run a test and all. Only for them to see that two of them are ASAS, they can't marry. And like, oh, we can take the risk. There is nothing God cannot do. There is nothing God cannot. Don't let me hear that. What God cannot do does not exist. That's what that woman did with her husband. Oh, they went to different doctors. They went for different specialists. And then one of the specialists told them that, okay, no problem. You are ASAS. The chances of you getting an SS is just one. Maybe if you want to have out of 3 kids, one will just be SS. The rest will be AS. And you're like, okay, they just needed something to justify, even when they knew that it was wrong. And they got married. Yeah, they did get married. And then the first child was SS. They were like, okay, we've taken the SS we need in this marriage. And she took in again. The second child was SS. And she was like, let's try again for you. The husband said, let's try again. Let's just try again for your last child. And the last child came out, SS. That is where the marriage took a U-turn. But when this one is coming out of the hospital, this one is sick, coming out of the hospital, this other one is going in. When this one is going in, this one is going in. There was nothing for them again. There was nothing like savings. There was nothing like love. It was all pain. All of a sudden, the man was like, you stupid woman, you led me into it. The woman was like, you stupid man. There was nothing. All of a sudden, everything just went sour. There are levels of pain you will go through. That love will disappear. I am serious. There are levels of pain you go through. Yeah, oh, my love for you will conquer. Oh, is a lie. Oh, sorry. There are levels of pain you go through. That love is, this is the first thing you do. This is, you go for tests, you know your blood group, you know your genotype. But no, you don't look at what your primary focus is. Is she gifted? Does she have Chelsea and Baka? That's you as a woman, is he loaded? And then at the end of the day, you get really deep into this person and you're like, oh, this is the person I want to spend my rest of my life with. Okay, let's go do tests. And you find out that, oh, you guys don't match. And then you start going, oh, I had somebody who told me that, beauty, should I just go? Should I just do it? And I was looking, you will suffer. And then you regret, because that love will disappear. Some of them have it now. So many people, if you ask, like, I know some of you would have experienced this, or you have people who have experienced it, but you can share with me in the comments. I have had a lot. I've heard a lot of stories. I've seen a lot. In fact, somebody I know was in like the 2 relationship he had. He didn't learn from the first one. He went to the second one too. And then it was ASAS. Like, these are the basic, these are the primary, these are the fundamental. How do we not talk about these things? These are things I feel like when we go on the first date, it is part of the things, even if we don't get to date, or our relationship doesn't get serious or lead to marriage. These are the first things you talk about. Don't be daft and say, oh, our parents did not. Oh, those are our parents too. This time now, these are things you should talk about. These are things you should know. Somebody that I know, they told him in the first hospital, he said, no, God will not allow. Went to the second hospital, went to the third hospital. He wanted to marry this girl with strong head and say, God will change it. If it's not for the church that stood against it and said, no, you are not getting married to this girl in this church unless you want to go to some other church. Before he dropped it. Because he was like, God will change it. There's nothing. Sometimes you people will just be using, I don't understand how you people sometimes just use things in wrong content and be like, oh, God will do it. So God will just, I don't understand. If you're going to a new relationship now, these are the primary things you should look out for. Run a test, know each other blood group, know each other HIV status. Yes, HIV status. I don't know even how many of you even do that in a relationship, because some people feel like, oh, it's only through sexual intercourse you could have that. You cannot just have all those disease through sexual intercourse. There are some through tools, through your barber, through combs, through different things, through sharing of blade and all those stuff. But no, you don't look out for those ones. Is she endowed? Can she cook? Can she sweep? Is it good? Is it good in bed? Does it do this? Those are the basics. If you're going to a relationship today, check out, make sure you guys go for tests, know each other blood group and genotype. It is important. Don't say still our relationship gets serious till we do that. Then when your relationship gets serious, you get disappointed, and then you guys are AS and you're like, let's go with it, let's go, don't worry. And then love clear for your eyes after sofa enter, because it's on rare condition. I know I had a friend in secondary school, Comfort, who was an SS. She later died. Oh my god. Her parents really went through a lot carrying her. Sometimes she will be cold. She is quiet. She will miss school for like 2 terms. She is sick. It's not easy. It's not like, I know sometimes it's not a death sentence, but then you don't want to bring children into this world that you suffer because of your ignorance. So these are basics. These are primary. Immediately you're going, you know that I want this girl, I want this guy. These are things you should talk about. These are things you should have conversation about. These are things you should know about each other, so you know when to pull out and when to continue. Don't ignore these signs. Don't ignore these things. I know a lot of people that have been in relationship for 6 years, like they've grown into each other right now, and living is a problem because they just found out that they are ASAS. Like they built each other to the point that they know that, oh, this is my man, this is my woman. But right now, they don't know how to move, how to go for it. I know somebody right now that is just there, like, okay, let's just, we know we are not getting married, right? Let's just keep being each other. Let's just keep being in the relationship. Let's just keep, we just can't leave each other just like that. But then how does that even make positive impact in your life? How? So this is very important. Know your partner's blood group. See, know your partner's blood group, know your partner's genotype. Know these things. These are very important. These are really important. You